We're back with another episode of Middle-Aged Mamas. We have the wonderful, wonderful Monique Jackson here to fill us in on all her fabulous middle-aged hotness and her entrepreneurship and her moms. But before we get to that, let's dig into some pet peeves because we haven't done that in a while. Okay. And mine is kind of stupid, but it does annoy me because I feel like people continuously say, I want these ones. Instead of just saying, can I have these? And no one ever says these ones. Everyone says these ones. If you watch like a clip or if you're at a store or anyone, they always say these ones. Have you noticed that? It's like it's a thing now. No one says, can I have these or I like these? I want these ones.
I've never noticed it.
Watch. You notice.
Have you?
Out and about in the world, that's what people say. In TikTok clips, I bet you that's what they say. I like these ones.
No, I notice when people say mines. Because I say
that drives me crazy.
That's mines.
Yeah, you gotta stop.
Say
you gotta stop.
I try to correct myself, but I do say that a lot.
Especially when it's printed and you read mines, you're like, take that S off. Mines. It's mine, not mine. But yeah, that's mine. It's kind of stupid. But
I'm an English major.
That's the funny part.
Yeah.
Did y'all hear that? She's an English major.
Yes.
Talking about that's mine.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, what you got?
That's my Inglewood slang talk. Anyways, no, you know what I really dislike is when my son gets my phone and changes all of my settings. Like on the way over here, he changed it so that when I look at my messages, he put all these different faces at the top. I don't know what that is. What do you call it when you want to just like click onto something or someone at the very top? I don't know what it is. But anyways.
You talking about the text messages?
Yes, but he had a whole bunch of people up here.
Yeah, it was like called a quick reference.
I didn't want that.
I don't either.
He still left his face up here. I was like, get all of this, because I was driving, and that's a horrible habit that I have. Sometimes when I'm driving and I'm like in a hurry, I'll text something really quick, but I couldn't this time because he had 10,000 faces up here. I was like, fix that while I'm driving. And he fixed it, and he left his face here.
Yeah, and the annoying part is that when you have that, your new messages from him go up in that circle instead of
and you text me, and that's why I was like, I don't see her in here. Like, why can't I text it? And I was like, I threw my phone at him. I said, fix this.
Yeah, I forgot what it's called. It's like a widget. No, not a widget. It's
whatever it is. I don't like it.
Oh,
and he needs to fix it when he gets back and take his little face off.
But you need him to fix it.
I didn't ask him to do this.
Right, you did it. He needs to fix it.
He needs to do it. Undo it.
How they know how to do stuff, and we'd be like,
I did not ask for all of that. Listen, I just need this phone to ring. I needed to get my messages.
Right.
Barely take, but I don't even take pictures that much anymore. I just need, this is an informational.
You take pictures with your phone?
Not really, not like I used to. Because I remember I used to be.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
This is to get back on that.
Work messages, text messages, and who calling me, and I need to call them. Period.
Okay.
About my business.
Ew.
Anyway.
Okay, English. Okay, about my in your blouse.
Right.
What you got done?
My pet peeve is songs that have police sirens. Or like ambulance sirens, because it makes me think there is an ambulance or fire truck or a police car. There are
a number of them songs that have
Thank you.
I can't name them.
Right, but there are several songs that have like some kind of siren in it that makes me think like, oh, I need to pull over. Or even on a radio station, if it's just like their intro or their outro, it'll be like a siren. That drives me nuts. Yeah, it happens. There are songs and there are like intros or outros of certain radio shows, and it's so annoying. I'm like, I'm too old for that. Then it's a I'm too old and a pet peeve because it's such
you're looking over your shoulder.
Yeah, it's such a distraction.
Well, I'm glad you're obeying the laws of the road.
I didn't say all that. I didn't say I'm pulling over. I just said I'm irritated. Like, where is that? So yeah, that's
funny.
That's
makes
mine.
sense.
Yes.
What do you have, Monique?
Mine is when I almost said mine.
Mine.
No, when I'm driving and that person is in front of you and they have their blinker on and they're not getting over, and you're like, holding up. Okay, are you gonna get over? And they never get over. I know you hear that clicking.
Right.
So it's like if you hear that ticking and you know you're not getting over, or if you have your signal on and it's the right signal and you get over to the left.
Ooh.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
You know, sometimes that
Don't do
clicking
that.
sound, it becomes a white noise, especially when everything else is going on
you're
around it.
that
So you
person?
just
If you're on your
you just leave it
phone.
on. I'm not that person, but I'm just giving an excuse. That's probably what it is.
But they need to not do that. You need to have full attention when you're driving, especially when I'm on the road, because I'm paying attention to you.
Yeah, that's true.
That's annoying, but
It's
okay,
so annoying.
it's fine. The sirens and the blinkers.
Yes. Yes.
A bunch of little old ladies.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's get into it. So Monique brought a bunch of body butters and beauty bombs. Tell us how you got into that business and fill us in.
I got into this because my little connect that I had for body butters, I could not reach her anymore. COVID happened. My grandmother had the worst ashy feet, and we were having just family members with just issues with just ash, and I was tired of it. And I said, I know that I could probably make something that will last all day and have your skin looking like good. So it took me a minute, and I mean like maybe a year and a half.
COVID, you've been working on
a year and a half to 2 years to actually formulate a recipe that could keep you moisturized all day. It wouldn't be greasy, and you had a glow.
Yeah.
And originally,
Your skin is
I
beautiful.
just started to have it to where everything was just unscented. I was like, okay, it's just gonna be unscented. Then I had people, I want to smell like so and so. So then I had to get into the lab, as I call it.
Was it really a lab though? Because you hear about people going and like doing the mixture, and it takes a while. So
it is a lab. It's at my house.
Oh yeah, I thought you had to go somewhere.
Yeah, but people make it in their kitchen.
No, I have it in my kitchen. So the thing is, I have one of my countertops that I use, and I came up with like my fragrances. I would take a little bit of this, a little bit of that,
Like
this
essential oils? Okay.
and just smelling stuff all the time. So the thing is, I have a lot of coffee grounds to like
to make your
disrupt my
nose,
senses. Yeah, to get it back. Because sometimes I'm working so much with the scents, I can't smell anything. So it starts smelling the same, or I can't smell it enough. So yeah, but it just the whole business came about because I couldn't find my lady who I would get the butters from. And then just my family being just having skin issues and not, taking care of themselves. So that was where it came from.
But that's how a lot of businesses get started, really out of a necessity, something that you're lacking, need of something. So that's good that you found a need and are trying to fulfilling it now.
Yeah, but COVID had everybody screwed up.
That's
you
true.
couldn't get, so I just went and found out how I could get some shea butter, all the butters that I use, just trying to get all that. And I just was working.
Where'd you come up with these cool names? Look at the Zaddy Magnet.
Ooh,
if you want yourself a Zaddy,
you put that Zaddy magnet. No, I just thought of it.
Oh, that's nice. All the names. Smell that. All the names are so
these
cool.
ones that we can pick up and smell? Or
You
She
can hear
just
that.
said it.
Did you hear that?
She said these ones.
First of all,
These ones.
Sorry.
First of all,
And then
No.
you should have said, no, these are mine.
Well, no, these are
These are mine.
this one Are we allowed to open these and smell these?
You can actually smell these because these are the samples of all of them.
those are the samples.
So these are all the samples, and it gives you your scent profile.
Did you say how you came up with the names? Did you say how
I came up with them?
Did you say how you came up with the name? You just came up. You didn't have like a panel.
You came up with all the names.
I came up based on how they smell.
You are so ridiculous.
What happened?
Because she's still laughing at these
ones has to be one of those.
But yeah, you can. But no, I had like the flavor profile, not flavor, the scent.
Let me look at.
But yeah,
bashful.
I came up with them. Just like sitting and thinking, what does it smell like? What is this one?
Very demure.
Wait, where's the Zaddy one? Is the Zaddy one of the samples?
Zaddy is a sample. Pass that Zaddy on over there.
You looking for a Zaddy? You got a Zaddy sitting right over there.
Zaddy, but I want to smell it.
So tell me what is a favorite one of these?
There are a number of favorites. So I will say that I have one that's called Luscious.
That's what I was looking at. Luscious.
Then you have Kiss, which is just keep it simple, sis. That was how I came up with that one. Yeah, that one's just plain. That one is unscented, and a lot of people like that one because they're able to still. If you want to wear your own perfume, you can do that and just layer it.
So would you suggest layering these with your?
Let me smell that one.
With your own fragrance?
You can. Yeah,
I'm
you
layering
can do
right
that.
now. I'm juicy.
And my only thing, because my whole point in putting the fragrance, I didn't want it to be an overpowering kind of scent where it's like I can. If you have on something that's really strong, it's like I don't want to know that the person was there 3 hours ago. You know, so it's just gonna be like a delicate scent, but it's still there.
So you smelled really good when you came in. So which one is that you have?
The one that I have on is In My Feelings, and it's just like a mixture of like peach and like some notes of honey in there. So that's that one.
Smell that one.
Yeah, and then I have a special one that I have for my grandmother since I
was
so that one is called my Dorothy. That's my Dorothy Marie. So that one is a floral scent.
This is
that she actually liked the floral scent. So when I came up with that, I did that one.
Who is Dorothy Marie?
And what a tribute! That's so sweet.
Oh, it's very rosy.
Yeah, all of the proceeds of that go to Alzheimer's Foundation. So yeah, I have that one for that.
And it's kind of like a. Is that a tint?
That is a little bit of a tint, like a pink.
Oh, you had on In My Feelings when you came in?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's what I have on.
That smells so good.
Oh, it does smell just like
and
roses.
And it feels
and
really good. It's very smooth.
Yes. And it's a blend. So the thing is not most butters are just shea. And I have shea. There's a butter that's called kokum butter and then mango butter. So that trio, it will really hydrate. It also helps with
Say it again. What's the trio?
The trio is you have shea.
I mean, you don't want to give away your.
Well, it's on there because I always want to make sure that people know what they have on them because I've run into people who are allergic to mangoes, so they can't use my product because they're allergic to mangoes.
Okay.
So yeah, but it's mango butter, shea, and cocoa.
Or they can't use that specific one.
They can't use any of my products.
All of them have the trio.
All of it. Oh, I see. I see.
They all have that. And
so
then
I'll stay this hydrated or moisturized the entire day.
You may have to refresh your hands, but they're not going to be to where they're looking like really dry because you're washing your hands all day. But I can go all day with just because it doesn't take a lot. So you just put it on. And then from there, you're good for the rest of the day.
West Coast queen.
So what about people who have like skin issues like eczema and things like that? Will this help like for people who have eczema and will the scents affect them at all?
That for people with that, I wouldn't because first of all, not a doctor or a dermatologist, so I wouldn't say, but I will say based on what I know about the butters and the oils that I use in there, that it moisturizes and it'll help. Okay. So though for individuals with eczema or any kind of skin condition, it would be the Kiss, which is just the plain. So you'll look and it has it has the jojoba oil in there. You have avocado, sweet almond, and aloe vera. So the aloe vera oil is helping you heal. So that, I mean, you have all that in there. You're not walking around looking like a greasy mess because it absorbs in well.
Okay.
I like this. I look good naked.
Yes.
Ooh. Great.
Yeah.
Are they good for your lips too?
I love
I put Kiss on at night. I put Kiss on my whole face, along on my lips, and then when I get up in the morning, I just wash it off. But you have that hydration, because normally you're thinking like, "Ooh, shea butter is so heavy on your face," but it actually keeps you nice and hydrated at night, or at least it keeps me that way. And plus, I drink a lot of water all the time too, so it's just like you have an internal and then you have the external.
So that's a part of your night,
my night
your
routine
facial, regimen.
is that I put in my Kiss, put a little bit on.
That has a pink tint to it.
Sprung
This is
and
Sprung, the
Dorothy Marie have a tint.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah.
I love these.
I like it.
So what's the price point?
That was
the price
just about
point?
to
You're
ask
gonna
that.
run into your 2 ounce, 4 ounce, and then 8. Your 2 ounces are 12.
Okay.
The 4 ounces are 20, and then the 8 ounce are 32.
Oh, that's
Okay.
really good.
That's
So I wanted to
competitive.
make it always affordable.
Yes.
Because the thing is, I want people to be able to use a product and feel comfortable with being able to purchase.
Right.
As opposed to it
purchase
being
again and again.
Exactly. As opposed to it being like $40 or $60 for
Yeah.
something. It's like, well, wait a minute. You don't have all these quality ingredients in there. What do you have in there that I'm spending this money for?
Right.
So I did a lot of looking and researching on other products.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I came with that price point because I wanted it to be available to everyone.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think it's
Yes.
fair. I think it's reasonable, and it's along the lines of everything else that's going on when you're not being price gouged.
Yes,
Yeah.
and then another thing that I do for people who are unsure on what scent they want, because I have a lot of them. When you go on the website, you have the option to be able to choose a sample pack.
Oh, that's a great idea.
5 of these, and I would choose, if let's say if you want
Oh.
brights and citrusy or whatever, because I think that I have about 4 different categories. You can have floral, bright and citrusy, and then I'll put 5 of them in there, and you can choose along with a plain Kiss. I'll put
okay.
that in there, okay? Because
A plain sample Kiss? Okay.
yeah, everything is a sample that's in there, and then you're able to choose what you want.
Okay.
You know,
Ooh, I definitely want some.
because some of these are layered. Like you can layer this is a favorite. This is a lemongrass. So a lot of people will go and they'll take a Enlighten Me, and then they will take a let's
That's
see.
nice.
Where do you have? They'll take either a Juicy or a Luscious and layer
Juicy.
it.
Oh,
And then from there you have like this citrusy, sweet, fruity type of thing when you layer it. So the thing is, it's
I'm
a lot of
already
different.
layered.
There's a lot of combinations.
My husband's gonna want to eat me up. Oh, he gonna want to eat me
I
up.
really appreciate the ingredients of being all
Yum.
natural.
Yes, that's
so
really
good.
great.
Yeah.
Let's play Shark Tank for a minute.
Okay.
So, how does it work as far as buying everything wholesale and then creating your price point? Are you able to turn a great profit doing something like this?
Oh yes, I am. I really looked into who would be my supplier and worked on. I negotiated that cost down to the
Nice.
cent almost, so that I could be able to make sure I have my raw product, have my packaging, my labels, and all that, so that it's under a certain price point. Because
I love your
you have to be
packaging.
able to make money out of it. You
otherwise
know,
it just turns into a hobby.
exactly, because
Yeah.
this is sure enough not a hobby.
Yeah.
So the thing is that I negotiated a lot to be able to get that done, and then that's just how it worked. So yeah.
So you have a website. Are you doing any of the street fairs or?
You know what? I have not done any of the street fairs yet, although I have signed up for them. I was unaware that there was just like a wait list
Oh, yeah.
for certain things, because they don't want to have everyone with that same product in
right.
Yeah,
there.
you
So
can apply to get into
Exactly.
be a vendor.
Exactly. So I've applied to a number of places, but the thing
Okay.
is, you have to wait until either that vendor who has your actual product
Doesn't
either
wanna do
isn't
it
there,
anymore.
Ah,
or
that
they're
makes
in an
sense.
opposite location, because you don't want to
Okay.
be, you don't want to compete.
Yeah.
Although I know my stuff is the best, but still, you don't want to do that and step on their
That
toes
makes
on that
sense.
Right,
one.
have
But
a
yes,
bunch of the
but
same product.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know there's a farmer's market in Inglewood at the behind the SoFi where the new gym is. Have you signed up for that?
I have signed up for that
Okay.
one. So
Somebody
it's a
there?
minute. Yeah, it's gonna be a minute.
Is
So
it?
you just waiting.
Yeah. And if
Yeah.
you come out to the valley, there's a Black in the Valley group. They always have different functions and are always looking for vendors.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I have to. Okay.
So that's a good one. And what's the one at Pierce College? the vintage market. Yeah, that's a good one too. They have it every third Sunday of the month.
Oh, and probably on
Okay.
Fairfax.
Because see, I know there was a farmer's market area that I wanted to actually go to, and I was thinking, oh, I can take this is natural butters. They're like, oh, it's only food, and I said, oh,
right.
okay. And then from there, that kind of like whatever, but it's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, there will be other things, but people mostly reach me on either Instagram or on the website.
Okay, so give
I have
us the
another
Instagram.
idea too.
Yeah,
The Instagram is at Butters and Balm.
Okay.
Okay.
And that is BALM, because a lot of people don't know how to spell balm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like
Or B-O-M-B.
it rhymes
Is that what you
with
said?
calm
Yeah.
and
And
it's
palm.
balm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So it's at Butters and Balm, and then the website is buttersandbalm.com.
Oh,
I'm so proud
love
of you.
it.
This is so beautiful.
Thank
So
you.
proud of
great.
you.
And your
Love
packaging
it.
I know. I love
perfect.
it.
It's
Yes.
love it.
great.
It's simple and clean.
Yeah.
It makes you feel clean.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get some of these today. Are we able to get some of these today?
You are able to get some. You want to go and be all delicious when you
I
go
want to
home.
smell delicious, but then also we have a girlfriend whose birthday is today.
Oh yeah, you do.
And this would be this would be
that.
a great gift for her.
You know Allie.
Yes, I do. Yeah, she. Yeah, right
She live
down
down the street from you.
Exactly.
Oh, cool! It's her birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Mama Allie!
Yeah, it's Allie's birthday. Oh yeah, she was one of our OG original.
Yes, one of our original guests.
Yeah.
So along with Butters and Balm, you are a complete entrepreneur.
Yeah.
We talk a lot about how as mothers we can't just do a 9 to 5. You
Yeah.
got to do a 8 to 2 and a 10
Yeah.
to, like you were constantly having side hustles and coming up with different ideas to bring income, to
Right.
keep the money flowing, and to keep us stimulated.
Right.
Exactly.
So how do you juggle all of that between real estate? What else? You're cooking.
And you're cooking.
Yeah,
Do you
that-
still cook?
the cooking I cook to survive at this point.
okay.
So I don't really cook anymore. If someone asks me to make a quiche or to make rumballs, I'll do it. But it's not anything that I'm doing to generate income.
Right.
And because one of the things why I kind of got away from it is because it was a perishable product.
Okay.
And I found that when I had orders coming in, sometimes I had more waste than I had profit on it. So with this, I don't have to worry about that with the butters.
Yeah.
So the thing is, I just cook on request is what I'll do. But now I'm trying to make sure my son has dinner and lunch because he has to have a grown man lunch for school every day.
Now.
I can't just say, oh, I'm gonna make you a turkey sandwich.
Yeah.
No, I want ravioli with the
Yeah.
marinara sauce with a Caesar salad. And
See,
don't
it
forget
doesn't
my
help.
extra croutons.
It doesn't help that they have those those hot plate lunch.
That's
lunch
what he
meals.
has.
Yeah.
He has that.
Extra croutons.
Right, I have to give
Some
him like
Texas
an extra
toast.
bag with the croutons in it.
Yeah.
But I mean, juggling all of that, it takes a lot because you have, like, let's see, I do my real estate. I go into an office 2 days out of the week, and I go to work from 9 to 2. Then I go and pick up my kid. Then I take him to basketball practice. Then we have to come home and do homework, which is a headache sometimes because they don't want to, he wants to skim over his schoolwork or whatever, but it's a challenge. And then I get up in the morning, I go to the gym, and that's my only time to have my time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I get up at around 3:30.
Wow.
I'm up.
Wow.
3:30. Oh, she has
Every-
your 4:30B.
Yeah, I get up at 3:30 in the morning.
What time do you go to sleep?
About 10:30.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but I have a routine, and I've been doing this routine by the grace of God. I've been doing this for a year and 2 months now. Where I get up, I write in my gratitude log. I have a gratitude journal. So I write down everything I'm grateful for today, that I know that I'm going to anticipate to try to manifest. And pray, get my protein shakes together, rub the dog, and then
And you have a dog.
She has a dog.
Yes, and then I
so
head out to the
cute.
gym. I get there by 5, and I'm there from 5 until about 6:20. Then I come home, walk the dog, get in the shower, wake Braylon up, take him to school, come back, because the dog has to go with me to take Braylon to school. For some reason, he will not allow me to leave out without him riding along. So he rides along, and then I drop him off, and then I go to do whatever I need to do for the day.
Yeah. So that was one of my questions. Like, what do you do for self-care for you? Like, what do you do to woosah? What do you do to keep yourself up internally, mentally, and physically?
That would be the gym. I go to the gym, and that's what I do. I do that. I have on my little Mary I listen to on the way. I have all my things, and it's like a system that I do that every morning. Or I'll have like some type of I'll drive with no radio on, nothing. So because I can just hear my own thoughts. Yeah. So that's what I do. And then the evening times, I will have time where I'll read. So that's kind of what I do.
And speaking of reading, are you still working on writing books?
I am.
Okay.
I've strayed away from the children's books. Now I'm kind of like, I want to do a family situational drama book. So I'm in the process now of trying to get my characters together, because I have all the concepts and the dialogue together, but I'm just trying to figure out how to put the dialogue to the person.
Okay.
Because it's been a lot that's gone on in my life that I want to be able to get out, to get it out beyond the journal, you know?
Yeah.
Without like...
That's your outlet.
Yeah.
Another outlet.
Exactly. Because I think that by my gratitude journal and then writing things in the journal, that helps out a lot when you're trying to like self-care, you know, to be able to do that. But for me, being able to have that family situational drama book, that'll be, I think people are going to love it.
The outlet.
Exactly. It's going to be good.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's good. You mentioned earlier about your grandmother having Alzheimer's. We're starting to be at the age where our parents are getting older, you know, diagnoses are happening, you know, it's a big part of our responsibility, making sure they're cared for. Can you just shed some light on what that's been like? Do you care for your grandmother, or are you just visiting her? What is that?
Well, she passed June 21st of this year. So at this time, we're taking care of my grandfather, who's 94. So they were actually married for 70 years.
Oh, that's
And the
beautiful.
thing is, I believe a lot of the longevity of their relationship, although they were married for 70 years, they knew each other way before they got married. But just the longevity of that relationship is taking a toll on my grandfather, I believe, because he's just going more downhill. But just to get back on the track of taking care of my grandmother when she was still present here, it was a lot of work. And the thing is, it was a lot of times where I would get frustrated when she wouldn't be like how I remembered her. You know, like some days I would come over to the house and she would be fine. I could give her a shower. We put the clothes on. She'd choose her earrings. And I say, oh, you want to put this kind of lipstick on? We could do all that. And I may come back 3 days later and she's like, oh, I don't want you to be in here with me. She would kind of be kind of mean. I'm like, well, where is this coming from? You need to find yourself. And then I leave out and I come back in, and then we'd have like a piece of pound cake together or something to that effect. But it was just always, you just have to be prepared to, because you never know what's going to happen.
Who they're going to be that day.
Exactly. You don't know. But
or if they'll recognize you.
Exactly. But I mean, I had my days of just being where I would just cry, you know, because it just wasn't the same. And you want that. You want them to be the same. And when you think of someone passing, I just always think that they're just going to get old and die, but not that they're going to suffer or have some type of condition that pushes that. Exactly. That's the hard part about it. But I mean, I've gotten better with it, but it's now just watching my grandfather go through that process. That's difficult. Yeah, because you always look at people, whether it be your dad or uncle or whatever, you always look at them as being this strong person who's always doing stuff. And then from there, now you have to tell them, you need to take off your clothes, you need to get in the shower, you need to, it's just like,
it's now like you're back to the child.
Exactly. Because my dad always has this thing when he says, you're a child twice, but an adult once. And that is that's true.
So true.
Yeah, it's so true.
But how wonderful to have your grandparents for
that long.
Right. That's so few of us do.
And still having your grandparents.
That is a blessing.
That's a blessing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because I actually, to be honest with you, I knew on my dad's side, I knew my great grandmother and my great great.
Wow.
Yeah.
wow.
So it's just longevity is really strong.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
You at the gym every day.
I'm gonna be 110.
Right.
But you look incredible, so that's very encouraging. I love when we interview people and they're on the side of I'm not going to give in to full on middle age, sagging boobs and like they are going to sag
we still have more life to live.
But you look great and you're putting in the work, so it's very encouraging to see somebody still at it. Like you're 25, right? Because I used to be like that too, and now I'm like, oh, I can still do that. Let me get up an extra hour early. I'm complaining about my 5:00 a.m. wake up, and you have been through that.
Yeah, you can get up and do when it was hard.
Yeah,
it was hard. That first couple of weeks, I was like, I don't want to do this, but then I'd say, you know what?
Are you weight training? We learned a couple weeks ago that we need to be lifting weights.
You do. Yeah. You do need to lift weights. But yes, I weight train. So it's like, let's see, Monday, Tuesday, I weight train. Wednesday it's just cardio. Thursday and Friday weight train, and I alternate between upper body and lower body on those days. And then Saturdays and Sundays I'm off.
Okay, so you're working out 5 days a week.
Yeah, but you just have. With the workout comes along your diet. So the thing is, you can't go and say, "Oh, I'm gonna work out 5 days a week," and then you go home and you eat fried chicken and corn and whatever
donuts.
the world you want to eat and donuts. Exactly. Although quite delicious, but still have it, but just like in moderation.
Right. Because the two work together.
Exactly. Because I think a lot of times people say it's 80% diet and 20% workout.
And it is.
And I think I'm fulfilling the 20%.
Yeah.
So I have my moments of slipping up, but I try to catch myself. You know what? You want to put that dress on and look fly, so you can't do that. Yeah. On the regular, you can't do that, but it's all good.
Yeah. So, what would you tell a middle-aged mom that's scared to try something new? Because you will just you got an idea, you're going to run with it. So, how would you encourage a mom to try something new after 40, after 50?
Don't be scared. Step out of your comfort zone. If you fail, you're going to learn from each failure.
Right.
Each failure you're going to learn from. But I'm not saying every time you do something, you may be lucky and it may just pop and you perfect the first time.
Right.
But if you put your mind to something, you have the support from whether it be friends, family, or just yourself. Because you have to have that inner confidence to be able to do something. Or let me reword that. You have to have the inner courage, because courage is what is going to make that confidence grow. You know, because the more courage you have, the more time you're going to want to do it. But just don't give up on yourself, and always have a why as to why you're doing this. So with a middle-aged mom, if you're single or if you're married, it really doesn't matter. You can, with a married mom, you look at, okay, I have my husband, I have my kids. They are my why as to why I want to do this. I want to be able to spend more time with them by doing this, as opposed to having my 9 to 5 all the time and not doing anything else. Try to find some other route to be able to do and still take care of yourself. So that's, it's a challenge just being a mom. And me being a single mom, it is a lot, because we're a mama and daddy. And it's just, and having young men that we're trying to raise or rear up, it's a challenge.
It's not easy.
But the thing is, with prayer, faith, and dedication, you will not go wrong. Because there's so many people that are like, oh, I shoulda, coulda, woulda. You know, and feel like it's too late now because, you're not full of energy.
But look at what the product, though, when you do it and when you believe in yourself and when you have courage.
You have it to do it, and you just can't. I've gotten people where I'll go and they're like, I don't like it. I'm like, okay, cool. Because I know I can go to the next person and they will.
And they'll love it.
You know what? So it's just I don't really, I care what people say about it, but then I don't care. Because the thing is, if you're going to come with me with negative stuff, that stuff I don't want to even hear.
Right.
So if you have positive and good reinforcement on, let's say you don't like this particular product, but you have some type of positive reinforcement, then I'm able to listen to you. But don't just bash something. And when I look at you and I ask you, well, what are you doing? Because right now it looks like you just trying to talk about me and make me want to stop doing what I'm doing. So it's just you just have to kind of feel that energy of people and know to be able to identify, okay, you're not a nice person. You're not really nice. So I'm good on you, and just kind of get away from that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
Are we gonna do the high school conventions?
Oh yes. So our audience doesn't know that you went to high school with Camila.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
So you know her heyday years. So we did a fun segment a couple weeks ago called High School Confessions. So we figured we'd bring it back since we had you to spill some tea on Camila.
Oh, it's all about
Well, no, not just you.
No,
but I'm
just
saying we
like
have her
we
here to give us a confession. But who wants to start?
You can start.
Oh, you want me
No,
to start?
I'll start because
Okay.
I got a funny. It's oh my god, because I just thought about it. Like,
Okay.
me being Miss Hot Thing, right? There was this guy after school, and I was like, ooh, I want to give him a kiss, but he's breath stank. So how about I gave him a kiss, and I went and I found an Advil, and you know Advil had that like sweet like.
No.
Oh, the coating?
Like the
coating
coating.
was like sweet. So that's how I was able to get my breath back.
You accepted Advil?
Because you kissed him
After
in his
you
breast
kissed
tank?
him.
Ooh, and it tasted. You tasted.
I tasted his mouth like
Oh
I,
my god.
I can like right now,
That's
but I can
horrible.
taste.
Oh my god.
I can
ain't
taste
never
the
heard nothing like
Advil,
that
but I
before.
sucked off the coating
coating.
and I spit the Advil out when I could start tasting the medicine.
Oh my god.
I think
don't
it was
that's
an
ever
Advil I had in
Remember
my
happened.
back in the
backpack.
day we had those
Banaka Blast.
Banaka. You needed one of those in your pocket.
Oh my
I sure did, but I
God.
didn't have that. I think I had the Advil in my backpack for like cramps and stuff at
And
school
he
if
was
I had
cute,
it.
and he was.
Maybe it was
stanky
just
mouth.
a bad
That
day.
breath, it might have been. I don't know. Maybe he had something bad
Something
from
for
Maria's or
lunch.
something.
He was a student.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Did you say he was a student? Of course.
Yeah, it wasn't a teacher, girl.
Where we went to school, we always
used to
had
come up.
people coming
no,
up there.
No. Mm-mm. Ooh.
That's
just the
hilarious.
thought of that. But yes, and now every time I see Advil, I think of that.
Think of that.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
my
funny.
god.
That is
That's crazy.
horrible.
That's funny.
That's crazy.
But yeah. Huh. Who's
You have a
next?
very
Mine is also a stinky one. It's not a kiss. It was me. I wore these. I had these Levi's, probably some jeans, and I tried to do the acid wash. Like I bleached them.
Yeah.
And they were really cute, but I needed probably to wash them several times, so they still smelled like the bleach, like really, really strong. And I was taking the school bus, and as soon as I got on the bus, everybody was like, "What's that smell?" And then I went to school, and then in class, like everybody's like, "What's that smell?" And I finally realized, like, oh damn, this is me. But I would just go right along with them too. Like, I know, what is that? Like, I never admitted that I think it's me and my jeans.
Like,
Like,
did it get on your skin?
I was just about to ask
it
that.
probably.
my
But I
God.
had like bleached these jeans and like sliced them up, like trying to be cute. And I smelled like bleach, like really strong
man.
the whole day.
And sometimes the bleach eats up the material on your clothes.
Oh
too.
yeah, it was awful. I was so embarrassed.
Wow. But at least you played along and nobody
I did.
pointed you out.
Nobody pointed me out. I don't know why they couldn't. Because they weren't
and you
that
was on the
bright.
school bus.
I was on the school bus.
Like,
You lit that bus
I
up.
lit it up.
So when I was in high school, we had a stupid sorority. I don't know why. But at Culver City High School,
Oh, wow.
we had the Jaquettes and the Starnettes. And so I was
Jaquettes?
approached by the
Jackets?
Jaquettes, Jaketts.
Oh, excuse us.
We pledged in high school, and we were hazed. We had to wear jeans and a white t-shirt and our hair in a ponytail, no makeup
Every
for
day?
3 weeks, every day.
3?
So me, my best
Wow.
friend, and 3 other girls pledged as freshmen under all of the seniors. They had like Hell Night. I don't know why my parents let me do this, where they like kidnapped us, and then we had like a whole grocery list that we had to buy.
What grade was this?
I was a
9th
freshman.
grade.
Yeah, so they kidnapped us, Hell Night consisted of like a scavenger hunt, and then we ended up in someone's garage where they threw all of the condiments that we had to buy on us. It was like sauerkraut, onions, mayonnaise.
Like squirted the stuff on you?
Yes, covered us in that stuff. Then they did like a prank where they acted like we weren't going to get in, but then they tricked us, we got in. So then we pledged the girls the next year. It was only 6 of us that year, and we were like the boss of the school. We were the
Oh
chicken.
my God.
How many girls?
The chicken.
How many girls in your line?
It was like only 6. So then we ended up having like a line of like 25 girls, and we thought we were the shit.
That really wanted to do it.
Yes, they wanted to do
So
it.
what was the point of you being
I
a
don't know.
jaquette?
It was just a dumb tradition that went on for years, and the jaquettes were like the cute, cool girls, and the stardettes were like
Did
the
you have a
squirty girls.
special-
Wait a minute. Did you have a
Yeah.
jacket or a jacket?
No,
Sorry. I'm like, did you have a special jacket?
we didn't
Did
have
you
a
wear
special
jaquettes?
jacket, but what did we have? Oh, I still have my photo album with like the jaquette symbol, and then they gave us names. So I was Big Lip, Buffalo Butt, Afro Sheen, Dairy Queen. That was my name.
When you were pledging?
But you don't remember
I
that.
had to do the motions.
Okay.
Big Lip, Buffalo Butt, Afro Sheen, Dairy Queen. That was me.
Wait a minute, though.
Really?
Shout out to all the
crazy.
jaquettes at Culver City.
So did you guys do like
94.
fun stuff like on the weekends?
Yeah, we did. I can't even remember anymore, but we had like
The jaquettes.
brunches and stupid, silly meetings, and
Oh my.
I don't know, but yeah.
Okay, jacket.
And I still,
Okay.
when I smell like raw onion, it reminds me of that night when they threw. We were covered in that stuff for hours, like tied down in a row. It was.
Wow.
It was
Was that
a trip.
like,
And then 2 years later, they ended all of it. We couldn't.
Why?
Yeah.
Because it was
because everything ruled. But it went down for like
Yeah.
20 or 30 years at the school.
Really?
So before you guys,
Crazy.
Yeah, we weren't the first. We were towards the end of it. So by my senior year, it was done. But it was good times.
oh my god!
Oh, but the onion. So wait a minute. When you got doused with all of that, was that the last? Like, was that when
Hell
you're
Night.
crossing?
Yeah. And then they put us in a room and like put a flashlight on us, had us answer all these questions. They pretended like we didn't make it, and then they were like, "Oh, surprise, you made it!" And of course, we all made it. It was stupid. So shout out to
wow.
Marina, my jaquette best friend back in
That's
the day.
hilarious.
Oh,
wow.
wow. Okay,
Jaquettes.
jackets.
Okay, jaquettes.
Good.
What you got, Camila? You have to have one to share with Monique. What about your car situation? I know that's high school, right?
Oh no, that was that might have been junior high, but I'll tell it. I was gonna tell another car story, which
Which one?
I don't know if you were with me. You might have been. We were out on a Friday or Saturday night.
Oh no, I wasn't because I had to be in at 10, so that I wasn't.
Okay. Okay. I won't tell that story because I won't tell that story. Anyways, so when I think I was in junior high, and my mother was at work. I think both my parents were at work. Me and my brother were home by ourselves, and I don't know why my mother's car was at home though, because she was not. But I had the bright idea of taking my mom's car and I drove it around the corner. And I drove fine around the corner, pulled to the stop sign, stopped, looked both ways. I made a right turn, and it was successful until I needed to make a 3-point turn and back up and come back around the corner to the house. And so I'm trying to attempt this 3-point turn into the driveway of some guy around the corner, back up and come back around and just park my car, my mom's car in the driveway. And so I was successful of pulling up, and then I wanted to back up, but I didn't put the car in reverse. I went forward, I put my foot on the gas, and I ran over this man's fence. I put that car in reverse so fast, and I sped. I never drove that fast before. Sped back around the corner, and parked my mom's car in the driveway.
Where were you going?
What? No,
I wasn't going anywhere. I was just driving to the car. My mom's car.
Where was your brother?
I think he was in the house.
Did he know you were going to do that?
No, nobody knew. Why would I tell anyone?
Bored him. I tell you, bored him, and
I just took the car and the keys, and I just let me go around the corner real quick. I know what I'm doing. I did that. Just knocked the man's fence down. He was looking. He saw me, and he got in his car and drove back around the corner. And I parked the car, but I didn't think that he saw me. But I parked the car, and he came and knocked on the door, and he was like, are your parents home? I was like, or he said something about somebody just drove a car and hit my fence and knocked my fence down. I was like, oh, it must have been my twin sister. I was like, I don't know. I tried to play it off.
Twin sister.
Anyways, I tried to preempt my trouble. Like, I tried to call my mom. I was like, oh my God, I did something so horrible. You should just send me away to go live with my grandmother. I did something so horrible. She was like, what are you talking about? And so finally my dad came home first. And I told my dad what happened, and my dad was not the type of person that would like blow up, because he was very quiet, very, very like level-headed, I guess. Man, my dad could get bucked though. But I was telling him what happened, and then I went to my room, and he was like, all right, let's just wait till mommy comes home. And so when my mom came home, my dad told my mom at the door, and she was like, what? I mean, she was so upset, but she was so mad. Like, she never did anything to me. She was just sitting at the door.
Right. She didn't want to hurt you, too.
She was like this. And my dad, I never forget, my dad was just like, it's going to be okay. And I thought that my mother was going to snap my neck. But she didn't. She didn't. But I did have some money in the bank. And my mother took that money that I had. And fixed that man's fence.
And you did not get your
body in trouble. I didn't. But if she would have I'm telling you, my mother probably would have killed me.
Yeah.
Had she put her hands on me right at that moment. Because I mean, I don't think I wrecked her car, but just the fact that I could have went into this man's house.
That would have been more than you had in your account.
Yeah. Right? I feel like I remember it was like something like $300 or something like that. But she took that money.
That was a lot of money back then.
Yeah, more than I was, wanted to part with. But she took that money and fixed that man's fence. And
what did you say was the reason why you did it?
I just did it. I didn't have a reason. But I'm lucky though, because years later, my parents gave me a car. They bought me a car, and I was able to drive. I still have my faculties. I still have my hands and stuff, and she didn't kill me. So.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That is the second session of High School Confessions. Stay tuned for more. That was fun. Thank you so much, Monique.
Yes.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
You guys check her out on Instagram and the website. Give it to us one more time.
The Instagram is @Butters and Balm, and the website is buttersandbalm.com.
All right. Like, share, subscribe. We are going to tune out so we can buy up some of her stuff.
Yes.
Bye.